Well, hello everybody. This is Tashlan playing Creativerse, saying hello to all you wonderful peeps out there in the interwebs. Hello from Charlie the dog and Puddon Anpye the pussycats. Now, this is a little bit of a bonus. It's not my regular recording time. I was kind of sort of going to be I've been thinking about streaming, and I've been looking at all the different kinds of things that I need to do to do it. So it's a plan that I've got in motion. In all fairness, I've got the tools that I need to do it. It's just now me getting up the courage to just take that plunge and just go, well, hey guys, we're live. That's on me, you know. I've just got to, as I say, take the plunge. Until then, I'm just doing this little bonus. I don't know how much peace I'm going to have. At the moment, you know, all the animals are quiet, and it's a quiet-ish Saturday evening. And I am on the Creaticrew community server, and I am leveling a claim. It's not my claim. I'm sure you can see that it's somebody else's claim. It's Avalarid's claim, and he has some plans to do a farm. And I volunteered. I said, well, you know, you have a willing body here. Use it. And so this is pretty much what I've been doing. And I've been stripping it down, and then I thought, well, ooh, I heard a keeper. Now, where is that keeper? Are you here, keeper? I thought I can build up as well as take down, if that makes any sense. I wonder if it's up in that tree. So I definitely heard one, but hearing one and seeing one are two different things. I like my sword. This is the Rainbow Nator. I love it. Oh, there's interesting. I'm hearing things. Okay. Wouldn't be the first time I've heard mysterious noises in my life. Yes, as I was saying, so I've decided to take some down and build it part way up as well. I think that'll be kind of nice. No, I am totally hearing a keeper. That is really weird. Well, let's pillar up here and have a look, shall we? Oh. It works if you take things out of your way, Tash. Well, it's not up here. Do you ever get that strange feeling that you're going slightly bonkers? Well, while I'm up here, this tree's got to come down anyway, so now's as good a time as any. So, yes, we've got a nice bird's eye view. You can see from that corner over there, I've taken a fair bit of the landscape down, and you know, obviously it's not the full claim has been that deep. That's just a rise over there, and there's a little section there, and I don't have builder's rights in the other sort of areas, otherwise I'd smooth off that landscape a little bit. But as this is a community thing, I'm quite sure that eventually we'll all even things out and everything will look pretty nice. This is very exciting to be doing this build with so many people and so many of my fellow YouTubers, so many people who are streamers. All they're all members on the Creaticrew Discord, and I think that music's a bit loud. I feel like I'm shouting over it. And it's just great fun to be getting together with a bunch of creative people and people that have been colleagues of mine for quite a while now, and just for us to put our collective heads together and come up with something really interesting. If you see there, sort of in the distance there, that is Curious Key's spawn area that he's busy working on, and he's just released, I think he's released a couple of videos already about that. I think I usually leave links to his channels, so yeah, definitely go and check out what he's been doing. I love watching his creative process, and it's been quite a lot of watching Curious Key and Avila and Edie and a lot of the people that I'm, part of the team with now, who have inspired me in my sort of builds. And I feel like I've been rattling on. The thing is, you see, I will rattle on because I'm just removing blocks. And I'm removing blocks ad nauseum. I'm not doing anything interesting at all. And if you've been following my new series on the other world, I kind of decided to take the tedium out of removing blocks by doing that off camera and then just showing it, oh look, we're building, this is fun. I think I did some sort of multiple dying as well, which was interesting. Oh, and you see, this is what I like about being on a community world, is you watch people buzzing about like, hello down there. Have no idea who you are, you're too far away, but hello. Wouldn't it be really strange if, in real life we all wandered around with our names above our heads? Oh, that would be quite... Oh, I don't think I'd like that. Not because, I don't mind people knowing my name, but... No, just think how it'd be if you were in a big crowd of people and they've got these big bubbles over their heads telling you who they are. Oh, that'd be so strange. Bad idea, Tash. Don't, Put that idea back in the melting pot where it came from. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, so here we are, taking down a tree. But it's all good, because all of this, we've got some community chests near to the spawner. And all this stuff, we're just throwing it in. When we did the launch, I know that it was streamed, I think, on the Creaticrew Twitch. That was a lot of fun, was just getting together, and we're all saying, okay, well, let's go do this, let's build this, oh, we need this, okay, and everybody just climbed on top of it. And it's I suppose in a way it's kind of like a virtual version of a barn raising or something like that, where everybody just gets together and say, right, you need something built, let's all do it. It's the whole many hands making light work kind of thing. And I kind of thought that was kind of groovy. And I mean, that's why I don't really mind doing this. I've got plenty of things that I want to be doing on... Yeah, that's interesting. On my claims, and I've got found some really neato caves, and I've been dying frequently as you do, but really having fun exploring and sort of upgrading my armor. I've kind of got mostly diamond level armor, but by a weird fluke, because it's just been that for some strange reason in this area a lot of corruption level beasties have been just spawning and wandering around, and it even was for a while that they weren't even sort of getting aggressive on me, so I was able to kill a couple of things without them. They were constantly trying to just get away from me, like they were passive. And I thought, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. And so that was, you know, plenty of armor and that sort of thing came to me. So I was kind of pleased with that. And I got a couple of recipes that I was able to throw into the community pot. So, you know, I took advantage of the situation, wouldn't we? Don't we all? Or is it just me? No, I don't think it's just me. But, so yes, you know, a weird, I don't know if it was a glitch or if somebody's built something using corrupt stone and not realized they've created a spawner, and of course they're spawning and then wandering off. But, you know, fine. There was another thing. Oh, full. Yes, indeed. I've got a load of stuff. See, look at that corruption dust. I haven't even been to the corruption layer. The corruption layer came to me. Oh, and I have a table. Isn't that nice? I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. Right. Well, so much for that idea of taking down that tree. Okay, so let's pop down here again and go back to, if I see, I think this is probably why I'm so chaotic, is that I quite happily adapt to changing situation, and I'm still hearing that. I wonder if I haven't trapped it somewhere. In a cave? I wonder if I've done that. Right, well, it's not anywhere there. That's probably what I've done, because I think there was a cave around here. Is it important? Probably not. Let's not care. I can hear all the voices go, no, you have to care. Well, I don't. Not really. Do I? I don't think I have to care. Don't make me care. Turbo place. Oh, I love that. Yes, I think that's what it is. I think there's a small cave and I've just gone, oh, fill it in, because if people want to dig under, they're welcome to. And I think that's what I've done. I've trapped some beasties in there. But that's okay. It's all good. Okay, so this is me doing work in my usual scatty fashion. La 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 la. La di da di da. Oops. Oops. Double whoops. Lemon soda. Oh, what a cool screeny name. I like that. Did anybody say hello to me? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, de-dip-de-doo. What was I doing? Oh yeah, putting down some grass. La 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 la. Random placement. Whee! There was only one random placement. Oh, you see now this tree just floating in the middle of nowhere. It looks really odd. I will fix that. I will. I will. I will. I will. I will. Right. And I think once I've got this flat, and I think I have to leave it because I don't know what plans Avila's got for it. And he's not around to ask. People are never around when you want them, are they? He was probably thinking the same thing of me. He sent me a message and he goes, actually, I've realised the time. It's like, whenever you're online. I'm like, when I read the message, I'm like, yeah, I was pretty much fast asleep when you sent me that. That's the joy of time zones, right? Right, should be one more row, and then that's us. We've got it up to the level that we wanted it at. And it is kind of nice. Yeah, that's it. So then, I wonder if I can take that tree down now. I've got 3 slots. I'll just jump up here now. Oh, this shouldn't take too long to take this down. And I don't really think I've got much use for the leaves, so I might pop them in a community chest. That always makes me laugh, because it makes me think of a certain board game that I won't mention in case there might be copyright issues. But I'm sure you all know which one I'm thinking of. One that involves buying and selling and has a community chest. La 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 la. Oh dear, I am being so random. Do 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 do. I like this music. Do dee dee do dee do. Right, taking down a tree. I'm taking down a tree. Come down, tree. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. And that was, I think that was something that we were doing on the live stream when we opened up this world, which was on the same day that Playful put Creativerse on full release. Yay, yay, yay. And I think that was one of the things that came up about being a lumberjack. And then we kind of said that, because I was saying, oh yes, you know, the whole line about putting on women's clothing. I go, now you see, when I do it, it's not ironic or funny in any way. It's a kind of, well, yes, one would expect that. Hiya. So it was kind of, yeah. I was trying to be funny and it didn't work. Yay, that's that tree. I was dreading that tree because I thought, oh, that's going to take forever to take down. It just went really quickly, didn't it? It's this that's taking forever. It's just, you know, mowing the lawn by removing the lawn. So that's one way of mowing the lawn, isn't it? Just get rid of it. Actually, that's pretty much what I did with my real life garden. I'm not much of a gardener, and when the whatever it was that was growing in my garden was sort of reaching the height of my fence, I was kind of I need help. So I hired someone to take out all of the weeds and poppies, and there was all sorts of stuff. It was quite pretty, but it was just unmanageable. And they did that and just put in some stones for me. And then I've being the contrary-wise person that I am, I've looked at it and I've gone, it looks a bit barren now. So I've gone and got some plants called hebes, and I think they're flowering shrubs. And they're low maintenance, which was the big selling point for me. Oh, low maintenance, I'll have a couple. And I also got some lavender because I'm very much of a love the planet person, and so I think it would be nice to have lavender because it encourages bumblebees, pollinating creatures and that sort of thing. And that's all good as far as I'm concerned. And then, of course, I forgot that I have a large animal who's curled up on a pink blanket asleep. And my mum thinks it's a bad thing that I've given my male dog a pink blanket, and I go, it was warm. And what he wanted was warmth because we got soaked through yesterday. I don't think he cares what colour it is. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked by being sidetracked. Yes, and I mean, he went straight out there, and dogs are not supposed to like lavender, and he kind of proved that by taking one look at the lavender and showing how much he didn't like it by, well, cocking his leg. So I was like, oh, lovely. And then not only did that, but he digged, or dug, digged. I don't speak English at all, do I? No. Here we go. This is what Avril is, Curious Key's working on. It's looking good. And I'm trying to find the community chests. And I always go the wrong way. It should be near the spawner, shouldn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. It's just where near the spawner? Oh, over here. I just went round the long way. Scenic route, we call that. But yes, so he not only utterly disrespected my poor lavender, but he also half dug it up. So I just took the edges of a cardboard carton and put that around it and wedged it up. And just sort of that's my kind of hopeful now, please don't dig up my stuff. And funnily enough, it's worked. So I'm kind of okay. Didn't actually think that would work, but it did. So it's made him leave it alone for now, and I'm hoping it'll settle in and will grow. Oh, I think I've got a recipe, do I? Yeah, 2. Nice. Recipe chest is getting quite full already. That's lovely. I'm sure I had a dirt block one here. Yeah, do I have any dirt blocks? No. Ooh, lovely. Do we have any leaf blocks? There we go. Yep. That'll be from when we took down that other tree. Oh, there we go. What was I saying? I was going to say something. Oh yes, about me being contrariized and planting stuff. So let's take that out so that can be ground down. So what I'm also looking to do now, I'm enjoying the garden. And because it's now down to a smaller, more manageable level, I'm kind of having fun with it. Doot. Wait, I'm sure I saw it. Or was it down here? Plumbing supplies. There we go. I knew I'd find it in the end. I didn't doubt myself for a minute. A few seconds maybe, but not a full minute. Throw those in there. That'll be nice for when we want to get the community garden going. Yeah, now, where do I have to go? Oh, I'm lost. And it's dark. Help. As usual, I'm heading in the wrong direction. Still heading in the wrong direction. Oh my gosh. We need some landmarks here. Hello, geek of cake. Hello. I didn't realise I was that close to the chests. I really have been walking around in circles. Okay. So yes, I was rambling on about my garden. I've totally lost what I was doing. Oh, it was because we were doing this and I was thinking about mowing the lawn, and yes, I'm going to have one tiny little patch now that I've kind of, I don't know, I've made it unfun for the animals. I'm going to make one little patch in there that's going to be with pet grass. So look at my rainbow nature. Swang, 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 swang. I love it. Oh, well, you guys did pick a fight with me and my rainbow nature. Nature? Yes, so I'm going to put a little pet patch in that they can chew and they can do whatever they like. Let's say hello. Hiya! Hello world. I'm not sure I'm a world, but we're on this world, I suppose. Us little flat earthers. And yes, Creativerse is a flat piece of land. I know because I've taken myself to the edge and found that there is actually an edge. It's a bit disconcerting, really. So yes, anyway, that's garden talk, and now it's. You probably can't see any of that because that was so dark. You probably just saw me wandering around in the dark, like, help, we can't see, it's just a black screen. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's because I'm an idiot. Oh, if you heard that thwadda thwadda, it's just the dog shaking his head. It frightened me, so I thought I'd best mention it. It was pretty loud. Okay, swap, swap, swap. I like the swoosh, look, little rainbow swoosh that you make. I like it. I wonder if I can do like this. No, you can't make it swoosh. Swoosh, swoosh. Now, of course, this just means that I've got more stuff in my inventory now. It's like, I'm definitely going to have to teleport back to my place eventually and drop some of this stuff off. But I've only got a few chests, and I do know that they're getting pretty full. So I'm going to have to think. I've been concentrating, you see, on helping with community builds rather than doing anything for myself. So that does mean that my digs, they're pretty primitive. They're so primitive they're not digs. It's just there's some processors, there's a forge, and there's a bit of a farming plot. That's it. That's home. Like, woo! Like, there's way more buildings here. I've done more work here than anywhere else. But that's why you join a community world, is it? If you want to build on your own, you get your own world and just build. You join social worlds like this so that, well, people join in. La 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 la. And yes, I mean, this is not the most exciting footage, but, you've got me, and I'm talking, and... Yeah, okay. I'm not going to tell you what the voices in my head said about that. At least said about them the better. Let's take down this little spur. And yeah, this is pretty boring, but I tend to like to do this because once you've done all the hard slog, then you get to do the fun stuff. So I mean, I'm not going to be doing the build that I'm flattening this out for. I've got plenty of my own stuff to flatten, or landscape, or whatever you want to call it. But it's nice to help other people out, because I know that Avala's been quite busy sort of creating areas or sort of for multiple resources and that kind of thing. So he's been working quite hard in helping the community. So if this is helping me help other people, this is me helping him to help other people. That I know that I said that all backwards and inside out. But yes, if I'm doing my bit, I'm a perfectly happy little bunny. My dog's just giving me such a funny look. Like, what? I didn't do anything. He's just looking at me as if to go, what? what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. Sometimes I wish that I could speak dog, because he baffled me. Thwapper. Oh, poor little thing. He's busy scratching his face. He suffers with doggy hay fever, and I've got medicine that I can give him. The problem is, and it's such a dilemma, is I'm having to sort of work out. I mean, I know that the vet's told me what the maximum dosage is, but he's got a very sensitive tummy, and if I was at actually half the maximum dosage, and that was making him very ill. And so I sort of dialed back to the sort of like the very minimum, like one tablet, and that's not making him ill, but it's also not helping 100% with the allergy. So we're going to up him to sort of 2 tablets, and the maximum he can have is 6. So he's well off the maximum, and just see if his tummy can tolerate that, and just sort of it's an ongoing process. But of course, my heart just goes, I just wish I could, because I am a hay fever sufferer, and I know just how awful it is when you get that horrible sort of itchiness on your face. Whoops, that all went horribly wrong. That terrible itchiness, and I always try and liken it to the fact that it feels like you've buried your nose in cotton wool or fluff. Oops, looks like I'm having a bit of frame rate issues there, or some lag issues. And so I just want to make that better for him, and or be able to at least explain to him that we're trying to fix the problem. But of course, he's a doggy. He doesn't understand. He just knows that, Mummy, my face is itchy, and usually it's, I want to rub my snotty nose all over your legs. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to wander around the city wearing dog snot. The joys of pet ownership, that's all I can say. But yes, that's one of the things that we're working on with him. As I'm sure people who've been following my channel know, with him being a rescue dog, he has had a lot of problems, and little bit by little bit we're getting there. He's getting down to his goal weight, and for the first time I was actually able to give him a bath, because what I've been doing is what's essentially a dry shampoo. It's a rub on rub off sort of shampoo, which is what I've been using to keep him clean. And yesterday we got absolutely soaked. We went out, it was fine. We got halfway on our walk, and it was just like the heavens opened and dumped buckets upon bucket of water over us. I was like, well, now's a good time to see how he'll behave having a bath, because I can't get any wetter anyway. So if I'm tussling with him in the bathroom getting wet, it's not going to matter. And I took him up into the bathroom and ran a little bit of water, and sort of tried to jump in, and he took one look at the water. He looked at me, he was like, no. I'm just going to stand here. So I was like, well, he's not running away or fighting or anything. So I gently sort of put my arms around his upper torso and sort of raised him up over the lip of the bath, so his front paws went in the bath, and he just stood there. He didn't struggle or anything, so I thought, well, that's okay, it's not going to slip up and hurt or anything. So I was able to pick up then his back end and plop that into the bath, and he stood there as good as gold. He just looked at me and just let me put the doggy shampoo all over him, and it's special shampoo given to me by the vet. So I know that it's stuff that's going to do him a whole world of good. And he just let me get on with it. Shampooed him off and then rinsed him off using the shower head, and then of course he jumped out because he knew, well, it's all done now, and he jumped out and shook before I could get a towel over him. So I'm like, okay, my bathroom's now a wet room, whatever. But then, yes, that was, sort of drying him off as thoroughly as I could. And then he's got some quite thick fur around his ruff. So that took some drying off, and then just letting him thunder down the stairs and wrapping him up in a blanket, where for some reason being bathed is very tiring business, because he crashed out for about 3 hours like dead. Like, no, this dog's not moving. So I thought, oh well, if I ever need to tire him out in the future, just put him in a hot bath, it's fine. But of course now he's come out, he's not a fluffy dog, he is a short-haired dog, but he's come up so sort of like, best way I can come up, it's just slightly poofy. It's not overly poofy, but just a little bit poofy, and so soft. He's so lovely just to run my fingers through his fur, and he's all shiny. Everyone goes, oh, he's such a shiny dog, and I go, yeah, I didn't realise he was so shiny. Yes, he's come out of it none the worse for wear, thank goodness. And I've learned that I'm not going to have a big tussle, because I thought, because he is a big dog, and if he's going to be one that's not going to enjoy having a bath, and that's going to be a struggle, because my mum and I were talking about, well, we could put his harness on him and sort of strap him to the bath in some way if it's going to be a bother. And it's really nice to know that he just, between in the time that I've had him, we've managed to develop a sort of trust where he's like, well, I'm not keen, but if you say I must, I'll do it because it's you. So I think that's nice that we've managed to build up that level of trust between us. So yeah, I'm a very happy bunny, and I've also gained that confidence now that if he does run in a mud puddle or get really, really filthy dirty, that I'm able to get him clean again without having to call in the cavalry, aka mum. So yes, I've been pulling out all those brown mushrooms, haven't I? Because they always, as you can see, they always stay as like what they are. They don't revert to grass like the dirt does. Yes. I was just reading what you said there. It's a bit odd starting in a new world, and I'm like, yes, because once you've been in a world for a long time, you kind of know where everything is and everything's established. And of course, this is completely fresh and clean, and there's a whole bunch of very, very creative people all milling about like crazy, changing the landscape as fast as they possibly can. Says she who's mowing the lawn, and jabbering away about her dog. And you're all thinking, oh, Tash, really? Do you have to? Of course I do. Oops. So yes, this is me clearing this down. I've got quite a fair bit to do. I don't think I'm going to subject you to any more of this. I will pick up recording again when I'm doing something a little bit more interesting, I think. But thank you for sharing this time with me. I'm not sure when I'll publish this. I might start a sort of separate little series just about this. So it will be in addition to my usual Creativerse segment. But it's been great sharing this time with you. As always, I love you loads. There's some licks from Charlie the dog and purrs from Puddon Anpye the pussycats. We love you loads. Peace out, peeps.